Hi everyone and welcome to the new episode of Entrepreneurship Lab. This is your host Nevena Bajalac, welcoming you to a new episode. And today we're gonna, as always, give you some tips to help you grow and scale your business, no matter if you're just starting up or you already have an established business and you want to go to the next level. Now, if you don't know me, I'm an entrepreneur myself, an investor, a global consultant that helps companies internationally grow and scale their business. And in this podcast, our goal is to bring as much value from my experience and knowledge, and also bringing to you some amazing guests. So in this episode, I'm going to be actually sharing some tips for you on how you can grow your business organically and how you can utilize and create actually partnerships to grow and scale your business. So I hope you're ready. I hope you have a notebook and you can take some notes, and make sure that you subscribe to the podcast, you download the episode, you share it with others so they can benefit as well, and leave us some comments and thumbs up so you can support us, and send it to someone, like I said, so they can benefit as well from this amazing content. So today we're talking about partnerships and joint ventures. Partnerships are a great way to scale and grow your business. And I'm gonna, in this episode, share how many different partnerships we can create, different types of partnerships actually. And I'm gonna give you some very practical things that I want you to implement and use in your business to go to the next level. Also, to establish a partnership, you're going to need something called a pitching desk or a pitching deck or a media kit. So I'm going to help you how you can create that for you or your company as well. I hope you're ready. Make sure to take some notes. So why partnerships, and what are partnerships in general? Now, so many people out there have competitive mindset, and I have an episode, if you haven't, go and listen to it. I have an episode where I talk about the difference between competitive and creative mind. And partnerships are actually creation. How can two companies or two people or several people create a partnership, and how you can help each other's business that benefit both of you, right? And it's a great way to organically grow because if your partner has a trusted database, they're gonna their customers and their prospects will trust them because they know them, they have been doing business with them. So it's in a way partnership. You will see promotional partnership, for example. It's in a way referral and introduction about your business, your company, or your product. So first, let's go through a couple of partnerships we have. And as I mentioned right now, there is promotional partnership. And promotional partnership is when you partner with someone so they promote your business, or you can at the same time promote theirs, or they can promote your business. Now, many of you might be surprised, hey, how can I just go and have someone promote my business? However, I want you to understand that there are people out there who have the same database or a customer base or a target group of customers as you, but they're not your competitors. And if they promote you, if they give vouchers for your products or they give gifts, what they're doing, they're promoting you, but they're adding value to their customers. So it's very easy. And all you have to do is find a business that has the same target audience as you do. They're not your competitor, okay? They don't do the same type of work. And you go there and you establish a promotional partnership, and you find a way on how your service or product will benefit their customers. So it's a win-win situation for both. So you're raising awareness about your brand. At the same time, you're gaining the visibility, and you're simply using a database of someone else with a very important point, and that is the trust that that person has or prospects have with that partner of yours, right? So the trust is already there. So that makes things much, much easier. So that's a promotional partnership, and we're gonna go dig a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna push you to do some things and practically implement this. But before we go there, um, there are some other partnerships you can establish. There is financial partnership as well, where you can have an investor, where you can have partners that are financial partners for your business in order for you to scale and grow. Now, in some of the future episodes, I'm going to talk a little bit more about pitching to investors, raising funds that can be done through different ways. However, I just want you to understand that you can have a financial partner, someone who will invest and get a return on investment. And if you are someone who is lacking funds, you have to have a clear plan, very specific and clear numbers, to go out there and search for a financial partner. Next type of partnership is advising partnership. Okay. Everyone, in order to grow the business, you need some kind of advisory board, you need mentors, you need consultants, coaches, and nobody builds success on their own. So it's very important for you to start having advising partnerships with someone. And sometimes you're gonna hire and pay someone to be your partner and advise you, and sometimes it can be some, again, win-win situation where you're contributing to them, but you're having someone who can in a way be your mentor or your advisory board when you have that kind of partnership with that person or that company. Okay, so advising partnerships can also happen if we are it can be also win-win with promotional partnerships. So let's say you find someone who is very well known in your field, who is maybe in a way a celebrity in your field. They can be your advisor on how you can grow it because they have the experience, while at the same time they can promote your business because their personal brand or their company brand is very well known in the field. So it's again a win-win situation where either they can promote you or they can be an advisor and help you grow your business. All right, next type of partnership is resource partnerships. Okay, so how can we establish partnerships that can help us scale and grow our business with people that have the resources that we need? For example, if you have some kind of service or products, for sure you need different vendors, you need people you trust, you need people who are going to deliver their part of work and service or products to you so you can deliver your part. Let's say you're in construction and you need to have a vendors that's going to help you or suppliers that's going to help you. So these are your resource partners, right? And you need those people to provide the resources you need in order for your service and products to be delivered on time. And this is very important to find the people you trust in the market, because I cannot emphasize how can be difficult to manage your growth once you grow your business and you have a lot of inquiries, a lot of clients, but then you're struggling to deliver your service in a quality, or your product in a quality that you promise. And this is where you need to, from the beginning, establish very strong resource partnerships. And last partnership I will mention for today is distribution partnerships. So distribution partnerships or partners are someone who can help you distribute in the market your product or your service. There are different ways of distributing. They're online, offline, and it really depends on the industry you are in. But you can start thinking, who are the people that can help us distribute our product or service better? We are delivering it, we just need a distribution. Sometimes when we work globally in different markets, you need to work with a local company in a different country as your distributor partner, because you cannot physically be there, or you don't have the resources, connections, and knowledge you need. So you use and you create a distributive partnerships with people from that country. So I hope this was helpful. Let me just recap. We mentioned promotional, we mentioned financial, advising, resource, and distribution partnerships. So 5 partnerships I'm going to mention today. And in order to help you to go to the next step or next level, I'm going to give you and ask you a couple of questions and give you a couple of things that I want you to go and write down. This is very powerful. So in order to really achieve the success, it's not just about listening to this material, it's about going and doing it. So what I want for you to do is I want you to focus on your area, on your city or your country, and list the companies that you can partner with for promotional services. It can be a bakery in your neighborhood where you can leave a local flyer if that type of marketing works for your business. It can be someone online that can go and promote your book. It can be someone that can introduce you and go and share about your event, for example. So I want you to list companies and specific people that can become your promotional partners. Okay, later on I'm going to talk about pitch deck and creating that media kit. But for now, I want you to really go and list that. So you can pause this podcast and go and think about it and list it. Make it as a homework for today. And then what you have to do, we're going to have to research and find those people and book meetings and go and see if we can establish partnerships with them. Okay, so companies and people for offline and online. I want you to separate because there are things that can be done offline, there are things that can be done online. The more focused you are and you build a specific list, it's going to be easier for you to go out there and book those meetings. Okay, now next question is who can be a distributional partner, for example, for your physical products? If you are in any kind of product business, where can we distribute and sell our products? Are there local supermarkets, pharmacies, shops, markets that are happening, events that are happening? So I want you to go and list down where you can build a distribution partnerships so people can come and get your product so they can distribute for you. All right. And then I want you to list the companies or people that can be your resource partners. Okay. Resource partners. So are you resourceful? And who are the people that can provide the things you need? You should always have a backup plan. If you have a vendor that you trust and something happened, they're closed or they can deliver on time, are you having a backup option or backup plan to replace, or in emergency situation have someone that's gonna make sure you get your product on time? So I hope you pause this. I hope you wrote this down and you really go on your list. And this is where the value is. You can listen to the podcast, any podcast around the world as much as you want, but you need to use it and you need to go and you need to implement these things. Okay? So what are the things we need? Now, the next step is you make the list and you have to establish the partnership. So there are a couple of things you're going to need to establish a partnerships, and they're very important. There's some legal things we have to, there's some things that we have to prepare before we establish the partnership. So I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to put in place to have and create a successful partnerships. Okay. First one is partnership deck, or something I call a media kit, or something that's gonna show your credibility and what have you done before, who is your company that you're trusted, and attract those people why they should be your partner, right? Why should they be your partner? So in a minute, I'm gonna tell you how you can easily make a partnership deck. You can follow and include a couple of things, but first thing you need, write down, is partnership deck. Okay. Second thing you need is a revenue model. Revenue model simply means what is the return for the partner, right? Because people will always ask themselves, hey, what's in it for me? How am I getting a return? So you have to be very clear on the referral fee or on the structure or the benefit they're gonna have. Now, you're not gonna always pay a referral fee to everyone. There are different ways, but it has to be very clear what's in it for them and what is the revenue model when this partnership helps you grow their business. How is it helping their customers and clients, or are they benefiting and earning from it? So you have to establish that and think about that. Now, in different models, different partnerships, these will be completely different. Then you need financial pitch. Financial pitch is something you have to create where you're gonna really present and explain to people how are they benefiting from this, but also how you're gonna be making money, that this is gonna be working. It can include your success stories from before, it should include your conversion rate, should include your model, all of those things. But it has to be very clear that if we are having this much database or we're doing this much work, we're expecting this much in return, and this is how we're going to both benefit. So you have to practice and develop your financial pitch as well. Okay, that was number 3. And number 4, what you need is a tracking system. Very, very important. If you create a partnership, you have to have either CRMs, you have to use technology, or you have to find a way of a tracking system on what is working and when the clients are coming from that partner, for example, in promotional partnerships. So how are we tracking? If it's a resource partners, how are we tracking the work? How is our communication? How we gonna communicate? How we gonna have our collaboration happening? So all of those things should be written, and all of those things should exist and be in place to really help you and be very clear on what's expected, what's not expected, and us tracking if this partnership is working or not working. So after some time, you can assess it and you can stop or you can continue it. All right. And number 5, something you need, very, very important from a legal point of view, is partnership agreement. Okay. We want to create a partnership agreement where we are putting everything, making agreements. I don't like to say contract because it's more of an agreement, and both parties have to sign it, and it has to be very clear the responsibility of each parties, what's happening when we break some of the terms, and when can we cancel the agreement, and how is each party being paid, and all of those things. So let me recap. You need a partnership deck, which we're going to mention in a minute. To pitch a company, number 1, you need to have a revenue model and be very clear how you're paying the partner. Then you have to have financial pitch, right, to really attract them to work with you. You need to have a clear tracking system so they understand, oh, this is how much I am, this is how much are we getting from this partnership, or this is how it's working or not working. And then you have to have an agreement. So once you pitch and you agree, yeah, let's start, both parties have a document, legal document to sign. So I'm sure this was helpful. Now you are one step closer and ready to establish partnerships. So you have a homework, write the people and companies you can partner up with and benefit from. And now we are having the steps of what you have to prepare to pitch someone for partnerships and start the partnerships. And last part, I just want to give you some details on partnership pitch deck or a media kit or a document that you need to create to share with your potential partners, right? Why should someone work with you, right? What is the benefit? Why you? Why not some other company? And why would anyone put their brand in jeopardy to promote your brand? So what you have to do is you have to follow specific steps and include a very clear document that's going to help that person make a decision and show your credibility. That's very, very important. So what should we include? I will give you 7 things that you can include in your partnership pitch deck. Before I go there, make sure to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't, download the episode, share so others can benefit, and gives us some hearts and likes. Okay, so let's go. Number 1, you need to share a story of the company. What company stands for, who are you in the market, and what's your mission, your vision, how are you contributing to things. So you have to put it into a story that will maybe attract the person and say, hey, we want to be connected with that brand. right? That's number one. Number two is target market. You have to be very clear and say, this is my target audience, this is their target market, so that person can see and say, hey, this is not my target audience, so I cannot help you. Or, oh, perfect, we have the same target audience, we should definitely collaborate and work together. Number three, you should include the problem that target audience has. Okay? Now, this is very important because you're then showing to your partner that you guys understand the market and that you are contributing with number four, that you include your unique solution. If your product or your service is always solving some kind of problem, why is it unique and how is it solving that problem? So this is very, very important. This will help, for example, me, if somebody pitch me, say, I will choose to partner with that company and promote them because I really love their innovation. I love what they're doing and I love the solution they're giving to the people and resolving this that's happening in the market and the problems we see in the market. Okay. Number five, we need a social proof. Okay? I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to have a social proof. This can be testimonials, this can be people talking about you, people who tried your product or used your services. You need a social proof. You need the credibility and you need to show the people this is actually working. Okay? Before and after photos, right? This is actually working. When people see this, they're like, okay, this is working. I definitely want to partner with that person. Number six that you have to include is market size. And market size is basically sharing the opportunity of how big is the market and what are the pieces and parts of the market we are not utilizing that we can utilize. This is how big is the market and nobody is targeting these people or nobody is getting here and here and here. Okay? Very, very important. The more precise you are about market, the more you're going to look credible and as an authority in the field because you know what's happening in the market. So make some graphs, make some charts, show out there how big the opportunity actually is and how you can both expand through these partnerships. And number seven is competitors. You definitely have to mention who are the competitors, how you're standing out, what are they doing in the market, and what are the resources that they are not using and utilizing. So who are you going against and how are you different? Now, some people tell me, oh, we don't actually have the competitors because we're on this level, other people on another level. And I always say, no, because there are people taking piece of the pie out there. So there are definitely people who are doing the same thing you're doing. And sometimes the only reason they are having the piece of the market is because you are not visible enough. So that's one of the main reasons we are, for example, even doing promotional partnerships. So once you're visible more and more, this is going to help you get that share of the market and use that opportunity. I'm going to wrap it up here. I am sure this was very helpful. Again, partnerships are amazing, amazing way to organically grow and scale and get visibility and bring people on board and go and build partnerships and let people know what your company is doing and do something, even organizing an event as a promotion with two brands and bringing your target audience together. It's a very simple but very effective way to raise awareness about your brand and your service and product. So I'm going to leave you here. I will ask you once again, subscribe, download the episode, and share it with others. And thank you for listening and being here. Stay tuned for some more amazing content. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.